Hello.
Hey, man.
Hey, Zeptimus. How you doing?
Awesome. What about you?
Yeah, awesome as well. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah. hmm Hi, Fabian. Jess, Tonga, hello.
Hello.
Just gonna give it 2 minutes for people to come in. Morning, Santi.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Santi. I'm gonna grab some water.
Hello, good eve.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, folks.
Hello, good. Hey. Well, I'm 2 minutes
Gonna give
late.
it
Did
one
we
more
start
minute.
already?
Oh, yeah, in 1 second.
Well, random other topic. Septimus, have you seen what Grace did with library in the forum?
No, I didn't. What did he do?
It's amazing. She put together like a YouTube replacement with library.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
It's
I think it's a stretch goal, but like she integrated it so that library just shows up in a forum post, and then people can comment like on YouTube. I think it's out of scope for pre-launch, but it's something to just keep in the back of your mind if you
Oh.
like library.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to check it. Awesome.
I'll send a link in the comments channel.
Okay. Morning, everyone. I was giving it a minute, plus I was still kind of running around because I was on a call with the Canadian immigration lawyers this morning. So I was a little late to my own meeting. No, it's cool. So good morning, everybody. I'm really happy you're here. And I'll just check YGG or Zep. Are we good to go for recording?
Yes, good to go.
Awesome. So I am going to kick it off today. We often are all like super happy, positive, but I think I want to take today to hear a little bit about what you guys are struggling with because, you know, it's life and it's not always easy. So for me, I'll just kick it off and say, yeah, I'm a little stressed about my Canadian work permit. I'm struggling a bit with like sleeping and getting rest and like taking time for myself to research because there's so much happening with work and personally there's like a lot flying around, so I'm taking more time to like be in quietude is how I'm handling it. But that's something that I'm like, yeah, I just want to hear a little bit about what you guys might be having for a challenge. And this can go as deep or as shallow as you want. It can be work, can be like, oh my gosh, my coffee was not strong enough, or, you know, they didn't like toast my toast enough when I went out to eat the other day. So I will pass to Griff. What's your struggle, brother?
Yeah, sleep is definitely the struggle. Too many calls. It's like too much to do and not enough time to actually do work. It was so nice to be on an airplane and have the internet turn off and be able to just like write on documents and do actual work as opposed to calls. But that's the biggest struggle, is just coordinating all the efforts. It's really tiring. And then yeah, I mean, I have a lot of struggles. I'm a struggle pony, I guess. But I'll leave it at that. I'll pass it to Zeptimus.
My main struggles right now are like, maybe I don't know what I should be doing in the right moment. Like, there is a lot of information, and I sometimes struggle to make a theory. For example, I really knew about library and about that, but Griff had that great idea that, I mean, it's something I knew, but it doesn't come to my mind. And yeah, I struggle in that stuff. And I'll pass it to Blair.
Thanks. Yeah, I think last week I was feeling pretty overwhelmed. Just have a lot of jobs right now, and but I had a really nice weekend, and then I prepped well for today's U.S. elections and went surfing. So I think I'm in a good zen place for all the chaos that's going to happen in the next 24 hours. So that's all that's on my mind right now, and I'll pass to Lanier because he was laughing at that.
Yeah, so I had a very busy weekend. Not so great, actually. I was feeling very sick. I'm still not completely recovered. Yeah, I had, I would say during the weekend, probably like 20 calls, and I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, it was actually quite packed, trying to align everyone within the Fight Pandemics community, trying to understand who are like the real contributors that want to stake for the long term. So yeah, it was really, really challenging for me. Still it is. I'm still feeling pretty sick. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best. At the same time, I worked on the front end side of things. I align as well with Marco. And yeah, it seems that we have a website and we have a forum, and I'm excited. And I pass it to Chris.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I don't have a whole lot to share right now. Struggles though. Yeah, I'm also kind of in the time crunch with you guys doing a lot of calls and trying to get work done outside of that. But yeah, really looking forward to all the cool things that we're putting together here. So yeah, with that, I will pass it to Santi if they haven't gone yet.
Hello, guys. Well, I've been struggling with I don't know if you can see my video camera. I see myself all black, so I guess I would just turn it off. Anyway, I'm struggling with COVID. We started lockdown again this past week here in Spain. Every night there's curfew, and every weekend there's lockdown from Friday morning till Monday morning. So all you can do is be around your own town, unless you own
Really
a bike.
sad.
Yeah, that's really sad. It sucks. Actually, deaths are growing, and you know everything is turning around. Hopefully, after this period, you know the statistics will start hopefully showing a little bit better. And from the work side, I was struggling with the graph. For the first time, I jumped into it, and I was able to get some data out of it from One Hive community. I also created some charts from the conviction voting that I posted in the forum. I created one proposal that I finalized, and I passed, and I created some charts out of the data that I was able to get. And I'll pass it to Livia.
Wow, struggles. Yeah, I think I'm struggling trying to conciliate emotional and work life lately. It's been like a hurricane of so many relationships are funny and interesting sometimes. So it's been, yeah, a little bit of a struggle on that. And also on trying to get all my crypto everything together because I'm in a limbo of non-documents now. I lost all my documents from Brazil. No exchanges except the green card if you try to make an account. So I've just been like so dependent on this sense from like other people, and this is a bit frustrating, but hopefully I'll solve it soon. And I will pass to Craig.
Yeah, struggles are many, like many of you. COVID, I guess, is forced sort of my working and family learning situation to be a constant challenge. Amongst those challenges are bandwidth battles with kids distance learning and spouse distance teaching and myself distance working and distance syncing with all of you. So yeah. Let's see who's left. Maybe Daiti.
Hi all. Hopefully, can you hear me? Yeah, excellent, excellent. Thanks for me. I'm still kind of using Stone Age tools here, but Monday when you were, so it might be a little bit more active.
Oh no, you just
You're on again.
went out. Your mic, it's like your mic got far from your face.
All right.
Better.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's much better. Right. So in a nutshell, I will be more active, but
Oh no! It went away again.
some dirt on my microphone.
Yeah, no, it's almost like your hand's covering the mic or something.
Say.
Oh, better again.
Better again.
Yes, that's great.
We've got, yeah.
Right.
Whatever
Don't
you're
move.
doing, it's perfect.
But yeah, so Thursday my peripherals are all arriving, and unfortunately the box won't be arriving till Monday. So until then, I'm waiting like minutes for pages to load. So my plan is between now and then is opportunity to study. So I'm trying to get into the conviction fountain now, and hopefully see if I can pull up some data viz that I can bang out then next week. Yeah, and learning a bit of React on the React app, but not a front end dev, so that's good. And I'll pass it on to I only see faces and not names on my phone.
Fabian, Sean, or Tonga?
Fabian, I'll pass it on to Fabian.
We can't hear you. You're speaking your struggles into the void. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Meantime, can we let Tonga go? To Tonga till he comes back.
Okay. Hello,
How you
everyone.
doing? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. With you, I mostly struggle because I think that I'm speaking like English to Spanish. Like it sounds like too much like Spanish, so I get nervous. But I'm doing my best, and I'm struggling a little with Solidity, but I know it takes time. So it's not really a bad struggle. So I'm okay. And who else can I pass it to?
Sean or
Okay.
Fabian? Fabian's back.
Okay, I pass it to Fabi.
You're in the deep blue. We can't hear you, Fabian. Maybe Sean? Do we want to go Sean, and then if Fabian, you come back?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Fabian, try to refresh your
Right.
your browser. Sometimes it helps.
Yeah, rejoin the call. So yeah, I'll go. Things. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Deity, let's do a React hack session. I've been learning as well, and Tonga Solidity as well. Let's do it. So things have been going pretty good for me. I'm in this little like enclave of peaceful small town Canada, so pretty chill. But I have been, so for me in the workplace, there's been like some political struggles the last few weeks of different people wanting to go in different directions, and then the sort of baggage that comes along with the relationships involved. And yeah, so I've been going through political struggles. Actually had like a mediated session last night that had some breakthroughs, so that was good. But I think I should start tracking more what people here have been working on in the Token Engineering Commons with conflict resolution. I honestly haven't read those docs yet, so I think I should do that right after this call. But yeah, things have been going pretty good. Not too many struggles, but just a little bit of political struggles in the workplace. And yeah, nice to hear everyone's stories. And I think I'm the last to go, unless Fabian wants to take another, see how your mic is doing.
Let's try. I jumped on a different network. Can
Yes.
you guys hear me now?
Perfect.
Oh, okay. All right, let's even try.
You want to share any challenge, Fabian?
I think we lost you
Am I back?
again.
Yeah, I lost all of you now.
No, you're back.
So I think my biggest struggles are actually behind me.
Or if you
I
want to type it to me, I'll
successfully
share
made-
for you.
Is it still not working?
No, it's working. It's working.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you,
think-
Fabian.
All right. I keep going. So I just made it halfway around the world to escape this Western nonsense with all these lockdowns. And yeah, so my main challenges are more logistical. And then, yeah, I guess if I would struggle with something, then it's maybe having too many open loops, because there's a lot of different things running in parallel. And yeah, it's sometimes a bit of a challenge to keep on top of everything, especially with my focus. I'm really good at focusing on one thing really deeply and intensely, and not that excellent at multitasking. So yeah, that's my challenge.
Okay.
All right, and I think I was the last one, so return to Jess.
Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody. I really appreciate that. I hear you all. We hear each other. Life, it's not easy, and it's nice to have a little space for some sharing and not feel like, oh my God, we have to get so much done in this call. So yeah, I appreciate everybody sharing. I hear your struggles, and hopefully we can hold each other through this, because it's getting wacky with COVID, elections, and yeah, we're all humans and we're experiencing so many of the same things. And I was talking with Livy the other day, and we were just like, oh my God. So yeah, thanks for sharing a bit, and hopefully we can just have some time together sometimes. We have the praise giving coming up, so we can share a little more, because we often don't have time. About this, oh, Livy, yes, feel free.
I just want to say quickly to Shem that the conflict management became a working group, and they are meeting every Monday at 7 p.m.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my calendar and get involved. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thanks for being here and sharing, and we're just gonna jump in now. I don't have a smooth transition to work stuff. So comms, there's a lot going on, and I just want to take a moment too to say thank you, because I know that I could not be working the way that I'm working right now with these challenges, with these struggles, if it weren't for your energy, like showing up every day, how you are, and contributing so much. And I know like Manu's been sick and he's like still working on the website, and like Blair, I know you have 25 jobs. You've been playing Sean, Zepp, like you've been recording, like just everybody, Craig, Santi, Fabian, Tonga, Daiti, like everybody is just the reason why this ship is going so well. So thanks for, doing what you're doing despite the challenges. Okay, so I'm going to share screen in case people don't have access to the notes. See my screen? Yes. Oh, okay. So yeah, quickly, just the platform developments are going really well. Apparently, I haven't even had a chance to look at the forum since now it's kind of blown up and everybody has been experimenting with the conviction voting. So we have a little more polishing there probably. And then Manu and I are getting together this week to work on the front end of the website. And let's see, we're just going over the basic stuff right now. The logo stuff, we should be getting new designs from Marco for social media. I think he actually just sent that to me this morning. So I'm going to fix all that stuff up. I'm just going to go over the things we don't need to talk about first. There's going to be, the Praise Quant meeting is this Friday, Livy and Griff. Is that right? Okay, man, these weeks are flying by. So we have a praise quantification meeting at 5 p.m. Barcelona time, 8 a.m. Pacific on Friday. If anyone wants to join and see how the rewards are done with our praise, and we turn that into a blog every week so everybody knows where they're at. Has everybody been able to see where you're at on the leaderboard and see that you're earning impact hours, which will turn to tech tokens? Has everybody been able to look at the blog or see that, yes, you are actually being rewarded for your work? And I think Livy in the SoftGov call, in the next call, is going to go over some of that a little bit more and how everybody's feeling about the rewards. Okay. And then, there's a few things that I'm working on. But I think the main next things are taking the story canvas. I want to talk maybe a little bit about that. What we think is a good idea to integrate the story canvas. So what do we actually want to do? So we went and we did this whole exercise on Miro, talking about narrative. So what do we want to do with that? And then I think I'll be starting to work on the onboard video at the end of the month, maybe in another week or two. We've discussed having an onboarding video, but that's the main stuff that's going on. So I'm going to open it up a little bit for sharing. Does anybody have any thoughts or ideas surrounding what we can do with the story canvas, or any work that you want to share that you've been doing? If we'll do that for the next 5-10 minutes and then move on to the next topic.
So
do you want to kick off the discussion? What is your vision, or what do you normally do in this process? Once you've gathered the story canvas feedback.
Yeah, usually what we do with the story canvas is to create a guideline.
Feeling a little bit low energy because I know you're battling. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me? No?
I can hear Manu.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
I hear him too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think, Jess, your speakers are only picking up a few people, so I don't know. But
yeah,
I was saying that.
Oh.
No?
I just refreshed my browser and it works now.
It works now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was saying that what I would recommend after doing the story canvas is to create a guideline for our internal marketing. And the guideline would be, a guideline for newsletter, a guideline for blog posts. What is the tone that we need to have? How we should review? What are the different type of processes that we should have for publishing things? Who should approve? And those type of things. So we should create a document where we outline all of the different processes and all of the different, let's say, policies that we have created while doing this story canvas. I have actually a couple of examples that we can use for that. I have the structure that we can use for creating that guideline. If that will help, I can facilitate it and provide it because we've done it already for 5 pandemics.
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. And did anybody else have any ideas with your communications or marketing experience of how you think we can make the best use of all of this data and research that we collected? Is that something maybe we want to present a little bit to the community? And yeah, well, we can develop processes and some guidelines for voice and maybe building out, a process for like distribution or whatever, which are also going through a little bit with the common stack, so we can, replicate that template. But does anybody have any thoughts, ideas, or think, there's something really cool that we can do with like all of this data we collected, or how to employ that in the strategy? If not, that's also fine.
Yeah, the only thing that comes to my mind is just like using the story canvas, like Manu was saying, and like generate some documents out of that, some policy documents. I think that's a good idea. So second that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we don't have to stay too long. I guess that's the next move. So we can start to work on that. I'm just going down the agenda here. Okay, another question that I wanted to ask, and yeah, a lot of it's just getting work going right now or continuing on the work. But I also wanted to ask, how do you guys think that the test hatches are going, or do you think there's a way, or do we need to collect feedback on how people's experiences are, or we also have the test hatch 2 coming up. So right now we did the bonding curve as one test, we're doing conviction voting as one test, and then we're going to be doing a little more proactive communications for when test hatch 2 comes, and we have the bonding curve plus the conviction voting DAO, which is actually the first time that's ever happened. So any feedback, reflections on how the test hatch communications could be better, or where our blind spots are, and looking ahead a little bit. Just some general feedback. I'm super open to hearing how has the experience been for you, and how can we do a little better job of communicating? Are things clear about the process? Is it too many documents? Should we have more TLDRs?
So I'll jump in, and so there's kind of the feed forward and the feedback. So the tech spec is excited to push the feedback space on the forum. And so after the hatch, for instance, there was a lot of parameters that existed, and now it's the time to educate people after they've had the carnal experience of trying it and being okay, these are the basic decisions that were made to give that experience, and debating whether or not they should be changed. So it's more of a feedback thing that will go on the forum this week. Half of it's written, but still pushing it through. And then but I think more to Jess's question is the feed forward. So before we launch the for instance, the next one will be the bonding curve, and allowing people to buy and sell into an actual bonding curve, and then use those tokens to vote on conviction voting. If you guys think that we need more documentation so it's easier for you to just dive in and follow a handbook, or if it's okay to be more, we'll see how it goes and see if you get stuck.
I think Septimus, you were wanting to say something, but you were on mute.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Septimus. I'm going to try reloading my... I don't know if other people can hear.
No, we can't hear Septimus.
Oh, wait. You should hear me now. Yeah.
Yep.
I had my microphone muted as well. I was saying, I was using the TEC bot, and I feel I'm not an advanced user, so, and I was feeling it was pretty good and simple for understanding. And yeah, that's my feedback. Like I was feeling it was pretty simple, at least for me. And I'm saying I am not an advanced user.
I think that maybe writing some frequent asked questions would help, because I was following Jess videos, the 3 of them, and they're quite long. Okay, first. Second, when I reached the third one, which was the hacking one, which was very interesting, I was there, I don't know, maybe it was about an hour after following the first and the second. So if you wanna know directly something specific with some questions, you just directly go how to put a proposal. Where do I have to put the description in the forum? What is the threshold? Some easy questions there. I think they would help a lot to people who's not so used to this process.
And thank you, Santi, for doing that guide. That was amazing. And it was funny that we did that in parallel and didn't plan it or anything. Just kind of emerged, which was really cool. But I appreciate your feedback on the videos being a bit long. I agree. I always like to try to keep them like 2 to 5 minutes max because of attention span. But also, yes, I love your suggestion of an FAQ. And I think maybe that's something in addition that we can add to the materials list to create for Test Hatch 2. And this will be more complex because it's the bonding curve and conviction voting. But yeah, everybody, like, high five Santi for the guide. And also, I can't believe like Humberto just took it and did it in Spanish. That was crazy amazing. But yeah, any other feedback on your personal experience with like testing out conviction voting? Or the other aspect I was wondering is I don't actually have any gauge on the community. Like Daiti had mentioned you wanted to research conviction voting a little bit more. I think also we kind of get, I was talking to Griff about this, we kind of get in this hole where we think everybody knows everything that we know. So what are people's level, if you're open to sharing like about understanding conviction voting, what it is, like the possibilities? We're obviously working to create more educational materials on the Common Stack side, which we're a bit backlogged, which Chris is going to help us with. But any other like feedback about the experience, or even just general, like how are we communicating in Telegram channels? Like, should we be doing more reminders about calls? Should we be, does everybody feel comfortable with how things?
We could do a little temperature check if everyone is okay about turning on the camera. Like, this is, I understand a lot about conviction voting and I have no questions. And this is, I understand like 0 and I have a lot of questions. And then there's this space in between. Can we try that? Griff is in the roof. Okay, cool. So I think we have some questions that we could be addressing, and then maybe we could create like a forum post to put all the questions that people can write down, and perhaps having a Q&A would help, like a recorded session of a Q&A with Sam and Griff about conviction voting and the bonding curve, and we could separate them into small videos so people can watch one or the other.
Or we could gather anonymous questions. Like, I wish we had a little Dropbox people could put a piece of paper in. We could, I would love, maybe we can have like a virtual Dropbox. A Google form is so boring. Maybe we can have like a landing page with like a anonymous, put a question in the box. That might be kind of fun. I'm just riffing.
Do we have a bot?
Maybe we can do that with Typeform.
Yeah, Typeform I will suggest. I can set that up if you guys want me to.
I can get the tech team to put a link to it on the actual like website that we use too, because that's probably where the questions come up, right? So we can make an issue and see if they're willing to put it together. Obviously,
that could be really
great though. It'd be great if there was a type form that they could link to, but then they can distribute the link.
I can help out without Griff if you want me to. We just need to put together what are the different questions that we want to ask, and then we can create a Google sheet where all these answers are being dumped, and then we can have access to that Google sheet.
Yeah, and the Common Stack has type form as well, and Kai could also jump in here. So we'll just I'll make an issue on the tech spec, and we can coordinate this kind of help solution. I'll push it.
Right.
Actually, that's kind of bringing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Manu.
I will get in touch with.
I think this is actually an interesting discussion that this is bringing up, because I'm kind of realizing, like, I come from a traditional like software background, building project management software, and like it's a centralized company. So you'd have like a CRM and questions, but with DeFi, it's basically just like figure it out, thrown in the deep end, and if you lose all your crypto, like, oh well. So maybe like what is that, like, what is this new form in a decentralized community or in a DAO where we actually care about people and we actually care to help them to be able to use our tools? We actually care that it's secure and safe, and that's part of what we're building, but also we don't want to become centralized, you know? So what do you think about that?
Personally, I have to say that you need to find a right balance, because if you want to hold everyone by the hand, you're going to burn out. And I think that the best way of doing it is actually creating materials like you can post and have it visible for everyone. And obviously what we can do is have like an hour that is locked within our calendar and that we dedicate only for onboarding, for example, or that we dedicate only for answering questions. And I'm saying this is because if the community grows super fast, I feel that we can burn out very easily.
So I think what would be a really cool thing to do is to have like a weekly lab session or a tutor session kind of thing, where it's like an hour and we can have just one or two people registered to lead it, and it can be going through the conviction voting process or one of the processes that we have documented, and we want to invite people that are being onboarded to go through. So whatever that process might be. But so this is from my sort of computer science background. There's like labs, right, for every class. So you go, it's usually an hour and a half long, and there's like a couple of TAs there that will guide you through some process that you have to complete. So, I mean, something like that. I mean, I'd be happy to guide a session. And so if it was like maybe every week, there's like a revolving session, and the topics could change. I'm not sure, but that's one idea.
That's really cool. It goes along the onboarding experiment we were doing, that we were opening for 30 minutes for people to join and ask any questions. And that was going really well because random people started to show up. So maybe we can evolve that idea to what you're saying and have like a different onboarding lab every week. Every week it's a different topic, and then people from the community or people that are wanting to enter can join, and we can have a rotative like facilitation to that.
Yeah, and also I think this goes along with engagement. Like I noticed, if you all have heard of Bright ID, like they host the verification parties, and something about that one-on-one engagement, you know, people come and buy the token and then leave, you know, after speculating or something. But actually, if they have like this human interaction and realize like what a cool community and how many humans are here, you know, they might be more apt to like stick around. And yeah, also just having like that space for be feeling warmly welcome, and also no question is too small kind of thing. So oops, I'll add that down.
And obviously, I guess all of those sessions should be recorded and uploaded to probably YouTube or something, right?
Yeah, I think it would be a good source. Like we could basically farm data for the FAQ and the questions and answers. We'd get to see the sort of confusion points that might come up that would be reoccurring. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the form is just going to help us get all of these frequently asked questions, right?
So yeah, I was gonna ask a kind of a open favor, or I guess I have one task that I could use help with because I have a lot on my plate, and I know Manu also has a lot on his plate. Is there anyone that is willing to carry the flag? And it doesn't mean you have to do it alone, just that you like push it forward, is to take the story canvas and start to develop some of the strategy or policy documents. I'm happy to like do a kickoff call, but I definitely could use a little help maybe to push that, because I know everybody is swamped, but I guess it helps to have somebody like co-doing it with me to hold me accountable, and also to maybe do like a hack session or something. If there's any time to maybe do like an hour hack session. And Manu, I mean, if you really feel you have time, like we do it, but I thought it might be helpful to get a little support.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the person that is going to start with this is not going to start from zero. There's templates, there's already stuff that we have already made, and I'm more than happy to share that information with you guys.
Putting everybody on the spot. It's okay also if everybody's busy.
Do you need any kind of background to do that, or?
Not really. What you need to do is to go through the story canvas, and then help us create the guideline. And as I said, there's already a guideline that has been created where you can get inspiration from. So it's just putting time.
Okay, I would like to get that document and read it.
Perfect. Then I will definitely send it to you.
Awesome.
And it might be a good learning experience too, if it's kind of like to learn like looking at communication strategy, and yeah, so it could be something interesting. And thank you so much. That's fantastic. We could definitely use the help.
Yeah, I'll join in that as well if you guys want to do, because it sounds pretty straightforward if we did one hack session for an hour or 2 hours or something. If there's the raw data in the canvas, and then there's also the templates. So it's pretty easy just transcribing that into well-written guidelines.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I would
correct. It's just transcribing.
Yeah. So I'll message
Awesome.
Jessica
I will
and Septimus and Manu.
Yeah, I will create a group for us then.
Perfect.
Are you guys on Telegram, Septimus? On the TEC Commons Telegram? Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm gonna join. I haven't been active in Telegram, but I'm gonna join today.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, well, I've gone through the whole agenda, so I'm kind of open to what you all feel. If you want to call it a meeting and take 15 minutes break before SoftGov, or there's any other items for Manu, I kind of am like holding off on showing the website till we have our session this week, and then we can show it next week, although it already looks like really cool and everybody knows the site anyway. But I guess I could just like quickly share, because I know you've been busting your bum to get it done. So I'll just quickly share that, because that's something to look at. That's cool. Can you see my screen?
Still loading.
Oh, okay. So the website is coming along. We basically, it's like super basic so far. Marco is gonna still do something on the design. We still have to fix a lot of the content So we're going to have a session this week, Manu and I, to push this along, but it look pretty cool. And I really like this theme you chose. It looks kind of matching exactly like our brand, and it kind of looks like vaporwave and cool, you know, deep space wormhole construction. So yeah, I'm not going to open it up for feedback until we do a few more sessions on it, but just wanted to like show you it's going, and it looks pretty cool, pretty rad. Okay,
We're
so
gonna
yeah,
we're gonna be having a call with Marco after we finish the content, and basically we're just gonna adapt all the brand guidelines that we have into this new website, and that's it. That's the next step.
Woo, website. Does anybody else have anything they want to share? Should we do a closing round or any other
I have just
ideas?
a quick one. I also kind of like what you guys were just saying with finding a champion for the help link. It'd be really good if it wasn't Manu or I championing it. I just wrote out a really quick like issue and posted it in the comms channel. And I'm curious if anyone wants to just kind of cat herd to make this help link happen. It would require just seeing it to the end, basically.
There are many prizes for you.
Yes,
Which,
externally.
any non-existent future value tokens in it.
Well,
to add to all of the other tokens, or just
well, then what I would
forever.
What I would say is the help link is a great idea, but until there's a champion, it's just going to sit as an idea. That's okay. We have too many ideas. So, but there it is.
Maybe we do that too. Like, we're not really doing like sprint planning or anything here, so maybe we'll just bring it up again next. We will be a little lighter then. And anyway, that's something maybe that we can do it for test hatch too, just once of a test before the main hatch or something.
And I just want to say, Griff, it's awesome that you have this documented now. So actually anyone can see this and anyone can pick it up. You've got the checklist here, how to go about that. So it's on the table.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll table that one. We've got enough on our plates. So closing round, then we can all have a little breather before SoftGov. Just say thank you. Sometimes we don't really know where these meetings are going. It's kind of always an open exploration, and appreciate everybody just rolling with it all the time. It's been funny week to week to see, like, even in a virtual community, how it can be. Like, with the energy levels are always different, and sometimes there'll be a technical difficulty, or times we're like super organized and we have a focus with the meeting, and other time it's just like, hey, talk about anything. So thanks for rolling with it always, and I will pass to. Oh, thank you for joining, and feel free to share where you're at in the world and how you're feeling, and we're going to do a closing round of whatever anybody wants to share. Doge Vader. Can't hear you, or I can't hear you if you're talking. Can everybody hear Doge Vader?
No, I can't hear him. Sorry, Doge
Oh,
Vader.
God.
Try rejoining the call. But here, I'll take it. And thank you guys. That was a really fun call. Always amazing progress on the comms channel. A lot gets done on the side. The forum is so awesome. I just want to say it's really cool to have this forum, and I'm really excited to use it. The website is looking good. the logo. I love the Banksy vibe so much, like that Marco is bringing. So that like sort of irreverent but like social impact driven opinion. I don't know. I just really love the direction that the comms group has been taking the TE image. So great work, and let's keep it up. I'll pass it to Septimus.
Yeah, I really like the job that Combs is doing, and sometimes when I'm eating, like dinner, for example, I'm watching the YouTube channel, and I guess it was yesterday, I was watching a call between Griff and Manu, and there is a thing that Griff said, and that was so amazing. Like when you try to help the world right now, for example, donating to charity, for example, you actually are losing. But he was talking about like winning when you do that, and wow, that was crazy. That was really nice to hear. And I'll pass it to Santi.
Well, it's always great to join these meetings and see how everything is evolving little by little. Some weeks it seems that there's a lot of things going on. Others maybe it looks like it's slowing down, but whatever the pace is, it's coming together. It's coming together, either the web page or the forum, or we just had the conviction voting website last Thursday, and it looks like it's been there for a month already. It's incredible. The time goes so fast. Everything is pushing, and everyone is moving forward. So it's really great to join and to see how everything is coming together. I'll pass it to Craig.
We still can't hear you, Craig.
Now.
Yeah.
Hey, brilliant. Yeah, nothing super huge to add. Nice words, Santi. I totally agree. And yeah, just it's super impressive and I'm happy to be part of this group. Pass it on to Tonga.
Hello, guys, again. I don't have much to add yet. I've been learning in the last 2 weeks what a bonding curve is, what the hatch is. I didn't even know that. So I hope in the future I can contribute a bit more. For now, I'm just learning and being here. And I pass it to. And thank you, Jessica, for being really nice and really welcome. I pass it to, I don't know how you call him, but it's YGG _ Anderson.
Awesome. Thanks, Tonga. Yeah, that's YGG Anderson's perfect. Yeah, thanks everyone. I think I would echo the sentiments that are being said. Good job, everyone. It's amazing to see. It's actually rapid progress, even though it might feel like you're caught up in one thing at a time. But you're right. You guys have been putting out so much, the forum and the conviction voting and everything, and the website's looking amazing. So I wanted to. There's one topic actually, Septimus and I just touched on in chat before, and it's this idea of sort of bridging YouTube and library. Septimus, do you want to actually touch on that for a moment? And
no, that was a great idea. But yeah, I was watching a tutorial on YouTube, and I actually linked my personal YouTube account with my library account, and it says it takes like some days, and then all the videos should be uploaded on library like without work at all. If I understood that well.
Okay, cool. So I'm just wondering how that affects. So my little piece in the video recordings, I record the videos and throw them on Google Drive. So I don't think that's going to change, which is all I need to know.
We might. We're talking about changing the flow to be, let's just upload it straight to YouTube. And I'm totally cool. Jess might have some thoughts here, but totally cool just giving you access to the YouTube so you can upload. I think that's the easiest way to go. That's what Septimus and I were discussing, and Kai also seconded Septimus's idea of YouTube, just uploading on YouTube so everyone can see it, and then, or everyone who has the power to edit and do these things can see it. And then there's a really simple library integration. It's like you just plug in your YouTube channel and then they upload it to library for you. And then that's the backup, so that that's always there.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I agree. That's fine. Whatever's easy. I can give manager powers via email permissions. So Zep and Sean, we can discuss in the OBS channel and push that. But yeah, and the library integration, we can add that to look into it for next week, I'd say, unless somebody is really excited. And if you said you figured that out, we can chat about it. So feel free to message me. So with our 3 minutes left, does anybody else want to share for the closing round? Fabian? Or
I was actually trying to link the library account, but then there is like the thing. It says like I have a number and you have to accept and say, and I have to tell you the number. Then it should be good. Only
okay,
that.
cool. Just poke me an OBS channel and we'll sort that out. And thanks for thinking of that. That's really cool. We'll be ahead of the game. Anybody else for sharing? Doge Vader, can we hear you? Or Chris, if you want to share. And then we'll jump off quickly and go join Livy, or we're staying on here.
I'm just observing and trying to take in all that you guys are doing. Great work so far.
I want to say quickly that I think it's really cool to bring more conversations to the comms channel, because that's communication, right? I think the more we talk and the broader it is, the communication, more we can find a narrative. And that's part of what we've been building with the mural board and yeah, all the channels and the language we've been using. So yeah, that was really a really cool, refreshing call. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you, everybody. And again, about, the struggles, I hope that it feels a little lighter, that you could offload and be heard, and always open to everybody supporting each other. And also, it's winter, coming into the darkest day of the year. So everybody take time to yourself, recharge, drink a lot of water, tea, ginger, take care of you, number one. And I would just say, I can speak for me and say, if any balls ever need to be dropped, just let them drop. Just let stuff fall. Like one of our friends said, you're always juggling a lot of balls. Some of them are rubber. You drop them, they bounce. Other ones, they just break. But never be afraid of things breaking, because it's just not worth it. So take care of you, number one. Before the TEC, please take care of you, and we will all benefit. So take some time off screen today. I know I will try also. See you in SoftGov.